Hello! I've received a lot of great questions lately about how to design a personal vocal practice. The very short answer is to work with a private vocal instructor around your personal goals, strengths, and schedule. But that answer would make for a pretty short video. Well, see you next time! So, I'd love to give you some ideas around putting a plan together for yourself, for those of you who would like a bit more guidance but would like to experiment with putting some plans together for yourself. I'd say it's kind of like having a personal trainer or nutrition coach versus figuring it out on your own. Both can be done, but sometimes it's good to have a little bit of help along the way. First of all, I'd like to encourage you to formalize the answers to the following questions. The first broad question is, how much time do you want to or can you dedicate to regular practice? This question has subcategories. How many days per week are you committed to singing? How long will your sessions be? Do you need to break up the practice time each day due to your personal schedule? Do you need step-by-step guided plans, or do you thrive with less structure? What is your attention span like working on exercises versus songs? How much of a deep dive can you take? At what point do you want to get feedback from someone else to help you on your journey? The second broad question is, what are your goals? A broad answer like, sing better, is okay, but it's hard to develop a plan around that. Do you want to improve your use of air and the idea of breath support? Do you want to strengthen your high range? Do you want to develop more flexibility? Do you want to improve your sight reading or ear training? The answers to all of those questions will help inform your plan. But I will say this above all else, make a plan. If you don't know where you want to go and you don't make a plan to get there, if you don't have goals, it's going to be hard to reach this nebulous goal of sing better. Feel free to hit pause as we go and do the work right now, or watch this video in its entirety, then come back with a pen and paper. After addressing the previous questions, I think the first concrete decision you can make is when to practice. I know that a lot of you who sing with choruses often primarily focus on learning music, and will just put those songs on repeat as you drive or go about your day. Let me say that all of that deserves a pat on the back. You are singing, you are learning your music. That is awesome. I will submit, however, that with a bit more guided practice and learning how to learn, you can be more efficient, effective, learn your music, and improve your voice. So, when do I practice? How long should I practice? This will be very personal, but think about what blocks of time do you have? When can you commit to singing? It's important to schedule this time in your day and week, or it's likely to get overlooked. Here are some sample practice schedules. Every day for 30 minutes after lunch. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday for 45 minutes at exactly 5:30 p.m. Warm up every morning in the shower, and while getting dressed, then do skill building exercises on Tuesdays and Thursdays after work. Work on music during my commute, or while doing laundry, or walking the dog, or riding a stationary bike. All of the above are viable and valuable options. It's important to make sure your practice includes the following. This is not an exhaustive list, but it's intended to help put some structure around your practice time and help you make some progress towards your goals. Number 1, a warm-up. I suggest both a physical and vocal warm-up. At very least some stretching and some breathing exercises before vocalizing. That should lead into some gentle vocalizations, maybe some semi-occluded vocal tract exercises like singing through a straw, on the letter V, bubbling, lip trills, things like that. Now, how long you spend on this might be determined by what time of day it is, how much time you've spent using your voice that day, and what kind of shape your instrument is in general. Number 2, skill building exercises. There's often a lot of crossover between what we call warm-ups versus exercises, and that's okay. But specifically here, I'd like to include exercises for things like mixed voice, relaxation, developing consistent resonance and breath control, then move into things like range extension and flexibility exercises. Number 3, next I'd move on to specific work on whatever music you're working on, focusing on your goals. Is there a tricky section in your music that you can pull apart, maybe sing it on a neutral sound, take out some variables to help your vocal production? Is there a section of the music that needs some repetition to help you clean things up, like intervals and lyrics? This is where you can really slow things down and micro-focus on individual measures and phrases. Finally, number 4, broad work. This is where we put it all back together for self-assessment and for fun. Full run-throughs of entire pages or entire songs, rep review, or even singing through old music that you love. Maybe sing along with a great recording that has a good vocal example for you to sing along with. I think it's important to end on something that you enjoy and something that leaves you feeling positive about your work. Is every day of practice going to feel like butterflies and rainbows? Probably not. But this sort of plan will leave you feeling accomplished, and you'll be better able to see your own improvement. Below this video, I'll link to a document that's kind of a worksheet to help you get through the information we've just discussed. It's a great idea to keep a list of exercises or videos that you can just drop into your daily plans. Much like developing a personal fitness plan, you'll want some things to be familiar so that you can master them and get some repetition in, but you'll also want to make sure to mix things up so you're covering multiple aspects of your vocal health. Not to mention that most of us get bored if we do the same thing day after day. I hope this has given you some ideas and some encouragement to help formalize your practice a bit more. Now don't forget to like and subscribe, check out the links below, and let me know what other topics you'd like me to cover. I'll see you next time!